given a second interview. Now, Tommy Rees' name came up in the Mary Kay Cabot tweet earlier today, and she stated that he was not granted a second interview. Now, word on the street is that Tommy Rees potentially will be not in Cleveland for the 2026 season. Now, like I stated, more information is coming out as to why Tommy Rees has been eliminated from this head coaching search, because pretty much he done, bro. Now, it goes on to say, according to Mary Kay, notes, it's unlikely that Rees will return to the Browns in any role at this point, joining the Cleveland Browns, joining head coach Kevin Stefanski if he gets hired by a team and head coaching elsewhere. Now, it's pretty much stating that, like I told y'all, dog, Tommy Rees is Kevin's guy. That was Kevin pick, Kevin guy, and more than likely he's going to follow Kevin where.
Like, subscribe and hit that bell.
With Kevin Stefanski, Tommy Rees. Now, we do know Andrew Berry and Jimmy Haslam shifted focus to the roster. Reports is starting to come out of Cleveland that they are pursuing other offensive linemen. They could be pursuing a wide receiver from this year's draft. Now, we do know the Browns do have, I believe, 2 first-round draft picks coming up on the 2026 draft. Now, it's unclear if they're going to trade those draft picks, if they're going to just do something different.
The Browns' locker room feels tense right now. Fans and players are openly calling on Jimmy Haslam to move on from Tommy Rees and fully support Shedeur Sanders. Recent talk around the coaching situation has many people questioning whether Rees has any future in Cleveland. Mary Kay's report made things even louder when she revealed that Rees never received a second interview for the head coaching job. That alone suggests the Browns are already looking past him. At this point, it's hard to imagine Rees staying with the team in any role. People close to the organization believe he could end up following Kevin Stefanski if Stefanski lands another head coaching job. That only highlights how closely Rees has been tied to him. And once that link is gone, there's no clear reason for Rees to remain in Cleveland. That leads to a bigger question. Why did the Browns spend time on Rees at all? If he was always viewed as Stefanski's guy, did the team waste valuable time when real progress was needed? And what does this situation say about the front office's ability to make fast, smart decisions that actually help the team move forward? Most importantly, this affects Shedeur Sanders. All of this coaching drama should not be happening when you have a young quarterback with his level of talent. Shedeur's future is too important to be tied to slow decisions and unclear leadership. Fans and players want Haslam to protect Shedeur and surround him with the right coaches. Instead, it feels like management has dragged its feet, allowing uncertainty around Rees to distract from what truly matters, building the roster and helping Shedeur develop. With 2 first-round picks coming up, why isn't the focus completely on building around Shedeur? Why does it feel like there's no clear plan? If the Browns truly want to win and keep Shedeur confident and committed, they need to act with purpose. The front office mentions they are now focusing on addressing weak areas like the offensive line, which is positive, but could you please clarify why this decision took so long? This is a critical moment. The Browns must make smart, bold choices now or risk losing Shedeur's trust and the fans' patience. If they fail again, both the season and Shedeur's future could suffer.
Now, we know that there has been friction, allegedly, with none other than Kevin Stefanski with the locker room. Basically, people were saying the reason Kevin Stefanski's gone because he lost control of the locker room. People ain't feeling him. Now, it's no secret that Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees was very, very close, bruh. Now, we seen a lot of iffy things going on, man, with Tommy Rees regarding Shedeur, too, dog. Like, he seemed like he was on the Kevin Stefanski hype line, bro. When it comes to this whole Shedeur not receiving first team reps, when it comes to Shedeur and the whole Dylan Gabriel battle, I believe Tommy Rees kind of played a factor in Shedeur not getting those first team reps. Now, I could be wrong. This is just my personal opinion about the whole matter. The article goes on to say Cleveland Browns general manager Andrew Berry continues the head coach search with Jim Schwartz interviewing again. Now, Tommy Rees is.
The talk about Kevin Stefanski losing the locker room is getting louder, especially as the team's struggles continue. Many believe players stopped respecting him, and that is a major issue for any head coach. A team with talent cannot succeed if the locker room is divided. That if Stefanski truly lost control. The real question is how it was allowed to reach that point. A head coach's responsibility is to keep players united and focused. When that doesn't happen, it reflects poorly not just on the coach, but on the leadership that continued to support him. For a young quarterback like Shedeur Sanders, This is dangerous. He needs strong leadership, not chaos or uncertainty. Tommy Rees being closely tied to Stefanski only adds to the problem. If Rees stood behind Stefanski while things were falling apart, then he shares responsibility for the situation. This isn't only about losing games. It's about how Shedeur's development may have been affected. There are claims that Rees played a role in limiting Shedeur's first-team reps, and if that's true, it's extremely troubling. A coach should never put personal loyalty above the future of the team. Shedeur's growth should have been the top priority, but it appears internal politics may have gotten in the way. That kind of behavior puts the entire franchise at risk. Fans and players want a clean break from the old issues. If Rees is truly gone, this is a chance for the Browns to reset. But the team must be careful not to repeat the same mistakes. If Stefanski's leadership style caused these problems, the Browns need to move on fully, not just rearrange roles. Shedeur deserves coaches who believe in him and will stand up for him. Cleveland has to stop blaming players and start holding coaches accountable. Shedeur's career depends on it.
The Cleveland Browns head coach search is off and running, with 2 more interviews taking place today and another one scheduled for tomorrow. While John Harbaugh and the New York Giants haven't come to an official agreement yet, but most likely the top candidate is off the market. Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers haven't found common ground on a contract yet either, which creates an interesting idea of a trade for Cleveland. Now, with that being said, while they finished their initial virtual interviews, the Browns have already started making decisions for which coaches will get a second interview. Now, along with Harbaugh, it seems Cleveland have crossed their own offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees, off the list of potential head coaches, according to Mary Kay Cat.
The Browns' head coaching search is picking up speed faster than many expected. With names like John Harbaugh and Matt LaFleur either undecided or unavailable, Cleveland is being pushed to look at other options and act quickly. This moment is especially important for Shedeur Sanders, who needs strong and steady leadership more than anything. This coaching hire is not just about filling a position. It will shape Shedeur's future and the direction of the franchise. The Browns must choose someone who understands football and truly believes in Shedeur's ability. Every move now helps determine the environment Shedeur will grow in, and that should be the top concern. One major signal from the front office is the decision to remove Tommy Rees from head coaching consideration. While some may see it as a routine step, it clearly shows Cleveland wants to move away from past connections. Rees was closely tied to previous leadership, and stepping away from that could benefit Shedeur by opening the door to a fresh start. Shedeur needs a coach who is fully invested in his success, not someone stuck in old loyalties or internal politics. Taking Rees out of the equation suggests the Browns want real change and a stronger commitment to winning around their young quarterback. Still, the pressure is on the front office to get this right. Big names and headlines can be tempting, but Cleveland must focus on long-term success. The right coach will stabilize the locker room and build a system that fits Shedeur's strengths. With the draft approaching and roster holes to fill, this decision could define the next few seasons. The Browns cannot afford another mistake.
And will either be a head coach or coordinator in 2026. Now, it goes on to say, I have much respect for Jim Schwartz. Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward stated this the day after the season. I would highly recommend Coach Schwartz for a head coaching job if he definitely get a chance to. So that was Denzel Ward actually speaking about Jim Schwartz being the next head coach. But I think him getting this second interview, the way it's coming out, I think Jim Schwartz has a very, very good chance at possibly landing his head coaching job with the Browns. But as of right now, we don't know what they finna do, but this seemed like an emergency effort to get him up and moving. Now, as for Tommy Rees, just like I told y'all, I don't believe he's going to come back. I hope I'm wrong, but really.
The Browns appear to be strongly considering Jim Schwartz as their next head coach, and that may be exactly what Shedeur needs. Denzel Ward publicly backing Schwartz right after the season ended says a lot. Support from a respected veteran shows Schwartz has the locker room's trust. Cleveland needs a coach who brings structure, accountability, and a clear direction. Those are traits Schwartz has shown throughout his career. The front office moving quickly to give him another interview shows they want someone ready to lead immediately, not someone tied to past politics. Shedeur is at a crucial stage in his career. He needs a coach who believes in him and builds a system around his strengths. He doesn't need distractions or locker room drama. Schwartz's tough but fair approach could help keep the team focused and stable. More importantly, he understands how to build a strong culture, which is critical for a young quarterback. At the same time, It looks like Tommy Rees' chapter in Cleveland is coming to an end, and that may be for the best. His connection to the previous staff and questions about Shedeur's limited opportunities created too much uncertainty. Anyone who may have slowed Shedeur's progress should not be part of the future. This situation is about more than one hire. It's about building a culture that supports and protects young talent. Giving Schwartz a real chance shows the Browns may finally be serious about doing that. If they get this right, Shedeur could have the foundation he needs to lead the franchise for years. The push toward Jim Schwartz signals that Cleveland understands what's at stake. The future depends on it.